Yo, what is up guys? Delboy here, aka Blue Collar Sports TV. Hopefully you guys are doing well. If you're new here, smash that like, hit subscribe, all of that good stuff. So in the past day or so, Tyson Fury conducted an interview with a YouTuber by the name of Geordie, who is not primarily a boxing channel, but I guess he covers like sports and things like that. And he did an interview with Tyson Fury where he was asking questions in which boxing fans pretty much were asking across the board when Tyson Fury versus Derek Chisora 3 was announced. Paraphrasing certain questions, but he asked why were there all of these deadlines surrounding the Joshua negotiations, yet nothing with Chisora. There was also the topic of fighter safety, which a lot of people like to blag on about. But yeah, Geordie basically called it a mismatch, the third Chisora fight, and potentially that it could be a dangerous fight, considering how many wars Derek Chisora has been through and where he's at in his career right now. Tyson Fury's attitude throughout the interview was off. He came across like a right prick because he wasn't getting the usual softball questions in which fighters are used to getting. And yeah, he closed the interview out by basically cussing Geordie, calling him a prick, a tosser. And yeah, Tyson Fury wasn't too happy at the end of the interview, and he even stated that he wouldn't be doing any more interviews with Geordie. And yeah, all because really, from what I could gather, the guy basically asked questions in which most genuine boxing fans were asking themselves. And yeah, it goes to show that, Geordie's a guy who doesn't really need to cover boxing. He can cover football and he's fine. He's not reliant on boxing for his paycheck. Unlike boxing interviewers in the game today, we're talking about the likes of IFL TV, ID Boxing, Boxing Social, Michelle Joy Phelps. These guys rely on getting access to these fighters, to these promotions, to continue making money. Therefore they're going to be towing the line, getting on their knees, and essentially arse-licking, rimming, so to speak. So yeah, Geordie didn't follow that mould, and when we have to rely on a guy like Geordie to ask genuine questions of those involved in boxing, then we are in trouble because, again, ultimately, it should be down to the likes of IFL TV, Boxing Social, Michelle Joy Phelps, etc., to ask these questions, but they don't. They want their cushy media credentials, their press passes, etc., etc. They're not willing to rock the boat, when in reality, if all of these journalists came with the same approach as Geordie, then the promoters, the fighters, etc., they would have no choice but to talk to these people. Again, if they were all operating at that level of integrity and actually asking genuine questions, then where else could they go? Where else could they go? They would have to answer these journalists, but ultimately these guys, they're not going to get together and agree to raise the standards. No, they're more interested in securing their paychecks, And yeah, this Geordie interview really put it into perspective how pathetic these boxing journos are. And again, Geordie's not a guy who's exactly, let's put it this way, he's a degenerate, right? He's the scat man. He likes girls shitting on his chest, according to the leaks. And this is the guy asking questions that we want to be answered. It's insane. It's absolutely insane. And it goes to show how poor these boxing journos are. In fact, I saw Gareth A. Davis, that creep, that cretin, on IFL today. And he was basically saying, again, I'm paraphrasing, but he was alluding to Geordie being confrontational, that he was looking for a reaction. Why? Just for asking genuine questions. It's insane, and trust Gareth Davis to try to spin this to defend Tyson Fury, the way Tyson Fury conducted himself in that interview. These are the sort of questions the likes of Gareth A. Davis should be asking, but no, Gareth is more interested in giving the likes of Tyson Fury a reach around so he continues to get access. That's the reality. And yeah, the state of boxing journalism is nothing short of pathetic. Again, some of these people involved in boxing journalism have great deep throat skills, you know, that they're used to being on their knees a lot of slurping, man. I wish I found a girl who's as talented as some of these people, bro, trust me. I probably wouldn't make as many videos as I do. But yeah, man, these people in this scene are fucking pathetic, and it's even gone over now to like regular boxing YouTube channels. How many boxing channels do we see now shill for certain promoters? Some guys will be rim-licking Eddie Hearn and criticising everything else. They'll be rim-licking PBC, criticising everything else. Some will make it a habit of hating one promoter, whereas excusing everyone else. You see these little cliques all across YouTube from certain channels. And yeah, these guys who run such channels are guilty. They're guilty of the exact same thing as these boxing journos. Yeah, these people will call out the boxing journos. No. Their behaviour and the way they cover boxing, in my opinion, is part of the problem. You know, maybe these people they're desperate for a job on The Zone or PBC or BT. Maybe it's that, or Sky Sports. Who knows? Maybe it's that, but newsflash, you're not going to get one. And if you somehow manage it and snag one, guess what? You're still a sucker. You're still a punk, and you best get those knee pads ready. Too many of these clicks on YouTube, as far as I'm concerned. Far too many, you know, certain channels placating to certain fighters' fan bases, again, certain promoters, networks. Some channels will dedicate themselves purely on hating a certain promoter, you know, not really offering much else. It's all clicky, it's all like, oh, let's follow this path, let's placate to these people and we might get a following, you know? I mean, it's insane, it's embarrassing. Apart from a select few channels that I watch, and those guys know who they are, and there may be some more out there that I'm not aware of, but for the most part, the YouTube boxing scene is dead. I don't know, I just get the impression that most boxing content creators are just trying to placate to garner a certain audience. Do they really say what they're thinking? Or do they say what they think people want to hear? Probably the second option, right? The boxing scene is dead, as far as I'm concerned. And they say boxing reflects society, and we see it within the boxing community, this sort of a dogmatic groupthink among certain cliques on YouTube. We see it across YouTube in the boxing scene, and that really just reflects wider society right now. In 2022. But it is what it is. What can we do? What can we do? Again, there are channels out there I like, and they know who they are. I'll comment on their channels now and again. So yeah, there are still some good channels out there, and maybe at some point I need to do another YTBC recommendation video and shout certain guys out. But yeah, go and watch the True Geordie interview and see what you think. You know, I didn't think that True Geordie was confrontational. He was just asking genuine questions of Tyson Fury, and questions that many of us were asking when this Chisora fight got announced. That's all he did, as far as I'm concerned. So yeah, check it out, see what you guys think, and yeah man, thank you guys for watching the video. I do like a little rant now and again. And by the way, if anybody out there thinks that this video is about them, it probably is, and that's your problem, not mine. Just get those knee pads ready. Peace.